Hi, this is Whisper Robren. Today we'll be talking about Robren 101 Cult Guide. This is brought to you by Purple People Spreading Positivity and the Robren Show Ideas that Inspire. This is my cult story. The Robren cult story began when I joined the Brahma Kumaris in 1979 at the age of 20. I thought the world would end in 1986, so I gave up my university studies in Melbourne. I only got one more year left and started the Brahma Kumaris Malaysia in 1981 with my brother Tom. We were the first two Chinese BK leaders. This is Confessions of a Cult Leader. I was known as BK Robert. I was with the BKs from 1979 to 1989. The Brahma Kumaris was the strictest religion I ever joined. The Brahma Kumaris will wake up at 4 a.m., yoga meditation. They will practice celibacy, which is no sex by choice. No matter whether you're married or you're single, so we do not eat food cooked by non-BKs, including your mothers. Um, this is very strict. So it's a doomsday cult. In fact, most cults and religions believe in the end of the world and heaven on earth after that. I am a cult expert and an investigative journalist. I work with some big media companies as a freelance journalist, as well as other cult experts who are members of the International Cultic Studies Association, ICSA. I've also written the Brahma Kumaris memoirs. From what I know, is the only Brahma Kumaris memoirs ever written. So I wrote it during the period of the death of Daddy Guzar, which is the chariot of BK's god Shiva Baba. Daddy Guzar died on 11 March 2021, which is very significant date for the Brahma Kumaris because it's the end of the chariot and the end of the God coming down on earth and the end of Iron Age, blah blah blah. I've written, in fact, implications of this and 5 suggestions to the cult because I do want the cult to improve and change their ways. So I have got a free book for you. It's a BK Memoirs. You can write to me, or you can just go to that link and you can download the ebook. So I went from BK super critic to BK Bridger. So on the day before Bab Dada or the chariot Daddy Guza left the body for good um, on the 10th of March 2021, I shifted the paradigm from being a BK super critic to a BK Bridger, meaning one that bridges between the BKs and the families and all that. And I had received countless trolls attacking me from BK side to the anti-BK side. So after 3 years of writing very insightful and truthful and highly critical articles and videos on Brahma Kumaris and their beliefs, I found that my efforts were counterproductive. So now let me give you a warning to people listening out there. You cannot go against a cult alone. So most families of cult member will make this mistake. They think they can do it alone. You're really up against a huge organization that's over 800,000 regular members and supporters, and they are even registered, recognized NGO. They're doing legitimate things. So I actually consulted my good friend Patrick Ryan, a cult expert a key member in the International Cultic Studies Association based in USA, on what are the successful strategies to communicate, to exchange, to interact with cult members and their families. So I've used those game changers and I got excellent results. So this is the Robren one-on-one cult guide. It's as simple as a Mona Lisa smile. 1, 2, 3. So follow these easy, simple strategies in the art of peace with PKs. Do not practice the art of war with them. You'll never win. Yeah, in fact, they'll be all losers. So practice the art of peace. Make peace with the BKs, like I did. Number one, tone down. First, heal your heart. Whatever your judgment is, your hang-ups, your antagonism and your whatever, just let it go. Heal your heart, heal your mind, heal your soul, heal your spirit. So now nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to talk to someone who is constantly a thorn on their side and who is very aggressive or one-sided and attacking, right? Number two, often off olive branch like a dove. So show your deep sincerity by being the first to open the door opportunity of communication and to break down the walls of defense. Just like the late president of USA, Ronald Reagan, said to Gorbachev, bring down those walls, which is the Berlin Wall, and it happened a year later. Number three, switch from negative to positive. That means switch from being hatred and attacking and all that and come from a space of love. Transform from burning the bridge to building the bridge, from attacking to understanding. Number four, build relationship with cult heads. You actually need them because they have the power, they have the authority, they can actually influence decisions. So most cult leaders will respond positively if you were to show signs of love, encouragement, and care and concern for their members, obviously. So talk from the cult's point of view. Don't talk from your point of view or your own religion's point of view because they're not going to listen, they're going to shut down, they're going to build walls. So what I suggest is why don't you talk about a universal thing that applies to everybody, which is the 9 deadly vices. So say that, your family member who's your cult, who's a member of your organization, he has got jealousy, he's greedy, or he's gluttony, or he lusts for some people, or lust for power, or suddenly become very lazy, don't want to do anything, or he may have really strong anger issues, or arrogance, or addiction, or attachment. So you can mention this, it'll be quite safe because all of us have this, and it will open the door. So you want to find common grounds to bridge, because if you have very different thing, then they won't listen. So you want to find common grounds, and one of them is the 9 deadly sins, which is universal. Number 5, promote service work-life balance. Now for them, they don't see it as work, they see it as godly service or spiritual service. So you want to keep that because they tend to dedicate all their free time, the weekends and evenings to the cult. So talk to the cult center in charge about maintaining a sustainable a religious service, work and life balance. So share with the cult head that, hey, maybe it's much more healthy for your members to maintain a close bond with their physical family members, because you know that one of the characteristics of a cult is to isolate the members. So that's what we want to do opposite. Number 6, report to the authorities or the police. So there are 6 steps in this. So step number 1, get as much evidence, a website or social media pages, as much details about the founder or the senior cult members. So I identify, because the police don't know what you're talking about, they got no insider information. So give them insider information of the unethical, because normally most cults are legal, you know what I mean? But they're not ethical because they play on the brainwashing and all that. So identify the unethical damages that a cult makes. For instance, marriage failures, cult isolation, doomsday fears and beliefs, the brainwashing, weird beliefs, or cult excessive lifestyle. For instance, maybe especially in the States, they have all this very rich Christian cults that flies around in private jets and luxury cars and high-end products. Even some Buddhists, you can see some of in Thailand, they are rich, they wear Louis Vuitton. You can see that these are trappings of luxury and they're really not practicing what they're preaching, their religion. So talk about the excessive bullying or even rape or some whatever the stories are, sexual harassment. Normally they do a lot of punishment of their own people, or even apostate persecution, or even surrendering of their assets and money and investment. Just talk about that, like they're really scamming people, you know. So step two is study the modus operandi, the how does the cult work, so that the police or the authority, whatever the authorities are using, you can even get them delisted in the association or NGOs or whatever. So just tell as many authorities as you can, but be very professional. Step three, identify the logical fallacies, why people fall for this cult. In fact, one of the most common logical fallacies is that if they have some famous celebrity or some public figure or president or some big public figure endorses them, it must be good. You know, every cult has got some famous person. For instance, the most famous case of Scientology, they have Tom Cruise who defend the cult activities and all that. And people think, oh, if Tom Cruise joins that, must be good, right? So be very careful. Step number four is get as many victims. You know, people talk. I'm sure there are many groups that are out there in your country or worldwide. You know, ask them to make a collective police report, or you do it as an individual whistleblower. You know, so when there are more and more victims making police reports, just imagine just one versus a dozen making similar police reports. You cannot ignore this cult anymore. So step number five is make a whistleblower complaint to the registrar of societies, for instance, the local money laundering or security commission if they're raising illegal fundraising, or to whatever the relevant authorities, and follow up closely with those authorities. Number six, connect with the relevant business news editor or show the editor, the case reference numbers, if or the police report number. So give the editor at least 3 families of cult victims who are willing to talk on the record and whistleblow and follow up closely. So these are the 6 steps that I teach. It's very simple. You can just do it. You can do it anonymously. You will be protected by the whistleblower protection. In fact, the authorities won't reveal all those things. So who's behind this Robren 101 cult guide is the purple people. So we are the purple people because we smile, and we simply smile to change the world, and we're spreading positivity. So there are nice simple ways to change the world: by encouragement, by doing a helping hand, by rescuing animals or people. Number 4 is by donation, wherever little counts. And 5, we have gifts in any kind. Number 6 is you can give a sign, a gesture, emoji to someone that will encourage them, or wave to your friends, wave to your stranger, wave to your boss. Encourage people, and then give people a hug. Sometimes you're hurting, and nothing's like a very warm, sincere hug can heal and break barriers. And number 9 is smile, simply smile. So these are very simple ways you can change the world. You don't have to change the world by being a rocket scientist or being a Jesus Christ or Buddha. Just change it by these little ways. This is what Purple People is about. So our tagline is simply smile. You're one of us, and we're spreading positivity. Join us. There are links over there. In fact, smiles are free. So let's start a smiling spree. When you smile, the walls break down. This is the secret. This is the secret key to bridge, to unite people. This doesn't matter they're cult members. In fact, all these principles apply to anyone, to any society, any religion, and cults, right? And we have a lot of people that support our purple people. And you can check our pages in Facebook, or we have something called the Robren Show, which I'm the host. So you want to come into our show and talk about your story, come and send in your story, and we want to hear. We want to share with people all these stories. So yeah, there's an email contact. Check out our pages, subscribe, get involved. So the power behind the Robren 101 Cult Guide is the Purple Youth CSR, which I'm the host. I'm the founder. I'm also the founder of also the sponsors, which is the Robren Show and the Robren eWorld. So the Purple Youth CSR is something very dear to me. There are 7 ways that youths are changing Earth. So one is through entrepreneurship. They are the future business leaders. So art to arts, all forms of arts, performing arts, writing, arts, whatever. There's so many types of arts. Learning, charity, ecology, through psychology, to understanding about mental health and sports. So these are 7 ways youths are changing the world. And we are open for media interviews. We also have experts in this field. Can email us. I can speak on cults. I come from my own strong experience with cults and involved in cults and helping people connect, and also speak on a variety of inspirational e-talks. The link is all there. There are question and answers, like for instance, can you help us? Can you donate to Purple Youth? Yes, you can. We are looking for laptops, MacBooks, and iPhones and laptops, gift vouchers for our youth, Purple Youth. Is there any master classes we can learn how to repulse cult brainwashing to live positively? Yes, we do regular e-talks, and this is one of them. And we do master classes. Some are for free, some are to paying. So you can check it out. Uh, yeah, please donate your time, your energy, and help us. We are looking for used equipment, even an old iPhone. Help us if you have yeah, even an office and rent to us for free, in different cities. You can help our Purple Youth CSR, or now we call it CSV, which is creating shared values. We have the similar values and principles. So yes, we can talk about the 9 daily sins, or I actually have this. I talk a lot about game changes that will change your game in life. You can change this by changing, just like how these 5 steps can change your game if we can get really good excellent results. So I'm also the creator of the law of repulsion, the 9 new norms to COVID-19 recovery and business transformation, and the Robren code, which is the secret code to everything. So join us. Uh, as the founder of Purple Youth and the Purple People and the creator of this Robren 101 Cult Guide, I wish you well, and so join us in our thing. In fact, the more involved, the more you find that it's easier to deal with rather than being alone. So you are one of us. You are Purple People, and we will meet again. Thank you.